Hey everyone, it's Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and every Tuesday or so I come live to show you what I've been working on in my craft room. So this past weekend, we had a card swap with some of my local team members here in Arizona. Our feature was to use products from Stampin' Up's September through December 2023 mini catalog. So what a card swap is everybody makes like 10 cards and then you bring them and we all exchange cards so we get ideas. So that's what we did this weekend. So I'm going to be sharing those cards with you today, as well as showing you a fun technique from one of those cards. Hey Jeanne, thanks for joining me. So let's pop down to the workspace and I'll show you those awesome cards that my team created, and then I will share a fun one with you this morning. Thanks for everyone who's going to be joining. You can either watch me live or watch the replay. It'll also be transferred to YouTube a little bit later today. Let's see. So the first card we have was created by Brenda, and this is a fun fold. Hey Deb, thanks for joining. Good to see ya. Thanks. Hi Kathy from Ohio. Glad you could join. Showing some of the swap cards from a quick team lunch this weekend. So this is how that card opens. She used a basic black, gorgeous grape, lemon lime twist, Them Bones designer series paper, and the stamps and dies from Stampin' Up's Tricks and Treats bundle. So that's super fun card, super fun fold with one of the stripes and splatters embossing folders. All right. So then the next card was created by Ginger, and she also used the Tricks and Treats stamp set. Again, we tried to use items from Stampin' Up's September through December 2023 mini catalog. So she used the Them Bones designer series paper, Cajun Craze, basic black, Starry Sky ink. There is that white gingham ribbon, and she loves to color with the Stampin' Blend. So she colored that with the Starry Sky. And then we also have that distressed embossing folder. So that's a fun Halloween card created by Ginger. The next card we have is from Paula. And hey, Shirley, thanks for popping in, just showing some swaps from a team meeting this last weekend. Well, it was just we just went to lunch. So this is created by Paula. She used the Fruitful Blessings stamp set, the Pick of the Patch bundle, and one of those folders from the 3D Basics embossing folders. Those folders are online exclusive, so you'll find those online, and there are 3 that come in that 3-pack. And then, hey Colleen, thanks for joining. And then Paula colored those leaves in from that Fruitful Blessings stamp set. She also had an insert and a cute little acorn that's colored inside of there. And then we had Michelle made this little fun card. She uses the punch from the Pick of the Patch. Thanks so much, with the deckled circles dies. Cute little 3D pumpkin with the All About Autumn designer series paper. And that distressed embossing folder has been a huge hit. It can be used, from fall to Halloween to Christmas and more. So really fun, as well as those deckled circles. Those have been really popular in the new catalog as well. Next up is Chris. She made this beautiful holiday card with the Wishes All Around bundle, the Merry Melody and embossing folder, the oxidized copper designer series paper. She did some heat embossing in copper. And the one thing, I don't know if you can see these cute little dots, but she used the Enameled Effects Metallic. They're little copper. They come in a bottle and you squeeze them on and you can make your own little effects. I need to use that in a project here one of these days. But the one thing that she did say is to make sure that they dry completely. Hey, Chris, thanks for popping in. All right, another holiday card. This is from Linda. And crushed curry cardstock, basic white, the Merry Bold and Bright, that designer series paper is just, I just love it. It's just gorgeous. And then she used the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. The sentiment comes from the Rocking Horse stamp set. And then she used the Stylish Shape dies. And then inside, she used a little piece of designer series paper. You have a place to write. She needed something quick and simple because she needs to make a whole bunch of these. So perfect design for that. And you get to see both sides of the designer series paper there. All right. This next card was created by Katie. She did a lot of coloring and cutting with this. She just loves the festive and fun stamps with the deckled circles, dies, and she embossed it with the Snowflake Sky 3D embossing folder. And I don't know if you guys seen this. These are the tiny trees dies, and they are so fun. It just makes a fun little background. She cut and colored all of those, but she said she was up with her baby, so she had some time. Oh, and some Wink of Stella on the ornaments, but super cute card. It's just so fun when you have everybody has a different style and they like different stamp sets and different things, so it's fun to see what everyone comes up with. This next one was created by Gina, and it uses that large fragrant forest background stamp, the Joy to You stamp set with the Something Fancy dies, garden green cardstock, and she has 3 different colors of ink on those trees, garden green, shaded spruce, and mossy meadow. And then, of course, here's your the green, garden green from that red and green combo pack. She did use some Wink of Stella. It might be really hard to see on here, but those trees look super fun with that Wink of Stella on it. The next card was created by Brace, and she's using the Snowflake Magic Designer Series paper, the More Wishes stamp set, and there's lots of Wink of Stella on there. So this is a very shiny, glittery, gorgeous card. The last card is mine. I made this with the Tiny Trees dies, the Joy to You stamp set, and that is heat embossed. Hi, Wendy. Thanks for popping in. Heat embossed with white, and the tag comes from the Merriest Trees die. So this one again was really super easy. That embossing, it's not an embossing folder, it's a big die cut that cuts those trees, and it's really super fun. So what I wanted to show you, I love all of the cards, and I hope that you do too. Maybe you find some inspiration. Let me know if you have any questions on some specific ones. But I really, one of the things I thought was fun was this 3D pumpkin that Michelle used on her card. So I thought, well, I could make a similar card using the same technique. So let me show you the card that I created, and then I'll show you how it came together. So there's my 3D pumpkin. Hi, Laura. Thanks for popping in. It's kind of interesting because this was the card I made last weekend, and it's such an easy design to follow that I just thought that I could put the pumpkin on there and make a really quick and easy card. This uses Stampin' Up's Pick of the Patch bundle. I hope you've seen this. Hi, Sue. Thanks for joining. That's the Pick of the Patch stamp set, and then a coordinating punch. And what I really like is that it can be for fall, a harvest of blessings. You're the Pick of the Patch. Thanks so much. So what I did was I grabbed the punch. Hey, Kay, thanks for joining. I have a piece of pumpkin pie cardstock, and in order not to waste a lot of paper and to make punching easier, this measures like 1.5 inches, so that you'll be able to just pop that in to the punch one out, and then I trim just a little bit off. Thanks everybody for being here, for watching, sharing, commenting. I do appreciate it. And then, so I did 3 pumpkins with that punch. That was the larger pumpkin of that pumpkin Pick of the Patch. Then I took those 3 pumpkins and I ran them through that distressed embossing folder. You saw that a lot of people use that on their cards. So I ran that through to give that a little bit of texture, and I ended up with 3 pumpkins that look just like that. So then what we need to do is do some folding. The key is to try to get them all folded in exactly the same spot. I did try scoring down the middle, but they were too thick to go through to get it scored. So I'm just going to fold them gently in half, trying to meet each edge. The pumpkins don't totally match up, but they do, they're very close. And then I'm going to just give it a good burnish with the bone folder. I love the texture that that embossing folder gives me. Hey, somebody should remind me. I have 2 cute treat packets that we got this weekend, and I was going to show those, and I see them sitting here, and I forgot to show you. So at the very end, I'll show you those. So I'm going to just burnish those, burnish all 3. All right. And then what works best for this project is the Tombow glue. And maybe even make your little silicone mat out here in case we get glue. We don't want glue everywhere. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on the back of that. What the glue does, it gives you just a little bit of time to move that pumpkin around. So I want to match up. Want to match them up in the back because we're going to be putting this flat on a card. So I just kind of squeeze them together, and that matches up really well. And if it doesn't, you can trim it off if you felt like that. Hi, Alexina. Thanks for joining. Thanks, everyone. Then we need to put the other pumpkin on, so we'll just put a little bit more glue. And that's my problem. There's a lot of glue on that one. Maybe I'll scrape some off. Sometimes I do well with the glue, and sometimes I don't. And then I'm going to hook the other pumpkin together and try to move that down. So then you have your pumpkin, your 3D pumpkin. And then he'll be ready to go flat on the card. However, he needs a little stem. Fortunately, our punch has a little bit of a stem there, and I have my old olive cardstock, and I'm just going to punch a little stem. I'm going to grab just a little glue dot and put a glue dot right on the back of that that stem there. And when you're doing this at home, you can take a little bit more time to make sure everything gets matched up exactly as you want it. Let's also add a little bit of linen thread. Hi, Judy. Hi, Kathy. Thanks so much for popping in. I'm just showing you how I created this fun little 3D pumpkin inspired by a teammate's card. I need some linen thread. Oh, you know what? I tied a quick bow. Sometimes it's so painful watching me tie bows, but I've tied one with our linen thread. I grab a little glue dot from the package, the roll, and I will add it to the card, to the pumpkin. So I'm all ready to go. Let me give you the dimensions of the rest of the card and what I used. So I used an old olive base that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Give it a good burnish. And then I have a piece of pumpkin pie, and this comes from the Brights 6 by 6 paper stacks. So we Stampin' Up! Has 50 colors. We have 10 Brights, 10 Regals, 10 Subtles, and 10 Neutrals. And there's a package of Designer Series paper that has all of these designs. Hey, Lori. Hi, Maureen. So this one has the hearts, but I want to use this. It looks like fall. This measures 5 1/4 by 4 to go on that base. Just a real fun fallish color card here. Then I'm going to layer it on a piece of my white that's 3 inches by 4 1/4, but I want to stamp on it first. And I've chosen You're the Pick of the Patch from that Pick of the Patch stamp set. Hey, Sherry, thanks for joining today. Thanks, everyone. I hope you're having an awesome Tuesday. I like to use the Stampin' Pierce mat with my photopolymer stamps just to give it a nice little cushion there. And then I'm ready to put the rest of the card together. I am going to layer this white onto a old olive piece, and I'm going to run out of seal here pretty soon, so I'm going to have to, I do have a refill just in case. And there it is. All right, so that layers onto that. The dimensions and the card will be on my blog at kimplayswithpaper.com, so be sure to check there. Ask any questions here in the comments, or get a hold of me, and I'm happy to help. I'm going to get that on the card front for us. Just see how it all goes together. Pumpkin pie and old olive with our 3D pumpkin. I was going to say, now where did our pumpkin go? So here's our pumpkin. See if I can get a little bit of glue out of there without getting it like all over the place and wrecking the card, but it'll go on the back. And then this will also lay flat to fold, or lay flat to mail. So just, I'm going to press that down just a little bit to make sure that it stays. Also needing a little piece of the Designer Series paper that measures 3 3/4 by 3/4, and it is from the Regals pack of the Old Olive. I think I might have said pumpkin pie. Old Olive pumpkin pie. You can mix and match all of those. I do need to trim that. I have a white 5 1/4 by 4 for the inside. And then we have jewels. We have one last thing to put on, and we have jewels. So just a fun, quick kind of fallish card. You can either use this for Halloween or fall. The stamp set lets you be flexible. And so I did find these are the ombre matte decorative dots, and Old Olive is one of the colors in those. I love Stampin' Up's embellishments because we can find embellishments that fit all of our projects. And I like these little guys, so I'm just gonna pull that off each one and just adds just a little bit to my card front. So that finishes that. This was the card Michelle made that I was inspired by. So there's that. And then my interpretation of that. Let me just real quick run through the rest of those cards. So if you came in late, you will be able to watch me quick review the cards. I won't do all of the details, but this was the card I created with this for the swapped with the Tiniest Trees dies. More Wishes stamp set. Fragrant Forest. Isn't that fun? That little, all those cute little animals. The Merry and Bright Designer Series paper. That gorgeous oxidized paper. Another fall card. And we have some Halloween with the fun fold. And I did promise, I'll show you real quick the two treats. So I just used some Designer Series paper and made everyone a little treat. There's this little, this Calypso Coral ribbon is new in the mini catalog as well. And then it uses, that's from the Translucent Florals. And then this is super fun. Michelle got crazy and she made us, so the Bath and Body Works antibacterial fit in there. And this treat uses the, those Cornerstone Countryside Corners dies. Then she embossed that and did some, sponging, some leaves, and just a really super cute treat packet. So thank you, everyone, and thanks to all of my team who participated. If you're watching the replay, it's always fun to get inspiration from other stampers and show samples of all the things that everybody's creativity with different products. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching today. Again, you can find me online at kimplayswithpaper.com. Please let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye-bye.